I'm here to offer my story. And the intention behind it is, it's a microcosm. I can see hundreds of stories here. And here's one more to add to it. My own background is in an industry that seems a bit stodgy from its surface, finance. I worked in the field of investing in climate change and in social entrepreneurs. And I was super interested in this topic and spending time in this area for so long, but there was just not the space to talk about it. And so I remember about 4 years ago, a year into my time at this investment firm that I was working at, I had my 1-year review. And my boss pulled me in. He was the principal of this investment fund. He's doing good work in the world. Social entrepreneurs, all the boxes are checked. We have great dinner stories. And I still just can't take it. And he looks at me, he says, "Birju, you've done well. What do you want?" That's a Godfather offer if you work at an investment bank. So I thought about it, and part of me had that sense going on, and part of me is drinking this Kool-Aid. And I didn't know what to say. And I paused for a minute, and I said, "I know what I want. Every team meeting that we have, I want to start with a minute of silence to an investment banker." And he looked at me. He just stared what seemed like a very long time. And then he said, "No." And so I was on the defense. I was like, "Well, just sleep on it, just a minute. What's going on?" So he says, all right, I'll come back to you later. He comes back the next day. Maybe he thought about what I could have asked him for. And he says, all right, I'll play your game. We'll do a minute. And I said, great, I brought a singing bowl just in case. I had the singing bowl ready. And so we started, and that was 4 years ago. And what has happened since has been, for me, nothing short of astounding. We started with a minute. People seemed to like it. They went to 2 minutes. All of a sudden, we were doing 5 minutes before certain meetings. Once a week, we were doing 30 minutes of silence. And that's all well and good, more time in silence. My boss is sitting here going, oh my God, I'm paying these people to be quiet forever. Time is money. And it starts to go even deeper. We start having experiences with random acts of kindness. The team starts asking for this. We walk into restaurants, we eat lunch together, and then somebody on the team's responsibility is to pick out a table where somebody's going to get their meal paid for by our company. And then we all talk about it and we reflect. It was amazing to start seeing this sort of thing happen. People loved it so much, they said, well, let's do it for longer. Let's turn it into a practice. 21 days of gratitude, 21 days of mindfulness. This all of a sudden leads to retreats. We start having multi-day processes where these financial bankers are talking about their feelings. And they come out of this and they say, well, geez, I want to see how I can bring my products and services in line with these things that we're talking about. And so now we have an investment firm, perhaps the only investment firm I've heard of, where if you sign up for a loan, you are also signing up as a covenant of the loan, 21 days of kindness to do with the investment firm with you. Mindfulness being done with you. And as was said earlier today, this is the Wild Wild West. I don't know where this is headed, but it doesn't stop there. What I found most intriguing, like I mentioned, this is finance. And the partners of the firm keep on doing these practices. And one day, about 6 months ago, the conversation turns to how much is enough? How are the systems of finance that we're a part of contributing to the inhibition of the compassion that we want in the world? And how can we start changing that? How can we start being agents of change in a system of oppression? And to me, this is the center of the big question that we're all sitting here asking. How does personal transformation connect to system shift? I feel so grateful to be part of a large group of people who are sitting with similar questions. My gratitude for your being present here today.
All right. Wonderful. Here, here.